We all remained silent while the Aurora was running along the poison sea held at bay by the dam. We believed we'd be back. Now, having seen the sword of Damocles hanging over the valley, we knew it was not meant to be. Alyosha is especially worried. His Olga's there. Perhaps he will be able to warn her via radio and save the people there. What happens next? I have no idea. I am ready for anything. Anything but one thing. Anna, please, hold on. Without you, I have nothing to live for, nothing to dream about. Doubly so, since if not for that dream of mine, you'd be all right now.
Is Olga's story still gonna continue? I thought it might have been the end because it looks like we're going into autumn now. But we discovered this problem of the dam almost breaking, but we haven't done anything about it yet. Can we do anything? We're a bunch of people on a train. It's not like we can build a dam or fix it. Because up until now, we've never really gone back to a place that we've been to before, but maybe once we deal with the whole Anna thing, like... I don't even know what we're gonna do now. Go get the experimental medicine from wherever it is? Oh, please be okay.
Artyom, you know, when I found this photo of the Pacific Ocean, I just knew for some reason that we were going to go there in the end.
Oh, you don't look well.
All these rivers, mountains, deserts, they just won't do. It's ocean or bust. I believed we could make it. I did. I know I'll get there. And if I need some help, you'll be there for me. You'll save me again, won't you? Artyom, please. Stop torturing yourself. It hurts to even look at you. You and Dad too. It's not your dream, and not his belief in the occupying forces. It's just fate. A stupid piece of cloth in the wind. Rotten concrete. An idiotic ammo dump.
Artyom, you should go. I'll give her a shot. Let her sleep a bit.
I can't leave now. She won't stop at all. Oh no. Rest. Rest.
Come with me, bratucha. There are things to discuss. Hey! Leave your work for the moment! Come to the bridge! Stepan, come to the bridge!
Hey.
Alright, one moment!
You're not gonna come? Takara?
Tell me what happened, Nastya. Did someone bully you?
No,
Why are you crying then?
I'm afraid.
Afraid? What of?
I have this cough. What if it's like Aunt Anna's?
Don't worry, Nastya. You didn't breathe any gas after all. It's just a cold. We'll fix it in no time.
And Aunt Anna?
We'll fix her too. As soon as we find the medicine, she'll start getting better.
For real?
You have my word, so don't you worry.
Alright, I won't. My mom says the Spartans always keep their word.
That is true, Nastya. Indeed.
I hope Stepan was talking to Nastya not knowing I'm here, because it kinda stung to hear him say, "Oh, don't worry, Nastya, you didn't breathe in any gas." Ouch. Hey, Sam.
Don't worry, Artyom. Everything will be okay. Anna is strong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Olga, Alyosha here. I'm online as promised. I hope you can hear me. We did examine the dam and reservoir. You have to leave the valley as soon as possible. At least before the rainy season starts. The dam is barely holding, and if it gives, the valley will be washed away, and everything that remains will be deadly. Leave tomorrow, or even better, yesterday. Talk to the other girls. Get them to raise the issue at the council session. Even the pirates will have to obey if it passes.
Really?
Just leave me a note so that I know which end of the world to follow you to once I'm back. With this, I have to bid you farewell. At least until tomorrow. Au revoir. I hope she heard that. The radio is in the church after all. But with Olga, even Satan himself wouldn't stop her. Much less a stupid taboo.
I want to worry about Olga with you, but I don't have the luxury. What do you think? Even the weather is getting worse. Oh god, I need a stress smoke. But I feel like smoking was sort of the problem too. Anna literally has lung problems. And she was smoking and drinking alcohol before too. Oh my gosh. Damn it. Oh, it's changed a little bit. Autumn.
How is she? Well,
we have news.
Start.
And it seems to be bad.
We haven't had any other variety in a long time, so no wonder.
Take a seat, bratucha.
Fire away.
This conversation is not gonna be simple, I think.
Until today, we thought that this shot of Novosibirsk was a simple error.
What's
We
up
were wrong.
with it?
The legend says irradiated zones are highlighted in shades of green, while purple highlights indicate errors. Today, though, I found some small print. The thing is, radiation levels way outside of normal operational range of the scanner are also marked as errors. Simply put, the radiation there may well be completely off the scale. We're about 500 clicks from Novosibirsk, and the radiation outside is almost as high as back in Moscow.
A cadmium warhead?
The shots are 20 years old. The radiation can't be quite as high now, but still, Novosibirsk is most probably.
So what do we do now?
I'll tell you what we do. Artyom and I will go.
This is not the
Right.
other way. We go together.
No, sir.
Not
Please.
First, she is my daughter, his wife. My paranoia about the occupation forces drove her into that damned bunker. And Artyom with his dream. He dragged us out of Moscow. So we too are to blame.
Still, we are the Order. We are one crew, and we should all act accordingly. We should all go.
Discussion is closed. This is not an Order mission. It is a personal errand, mine and Artyom's. We don't need any help. Second, we don't know the exact location of the medicine. It might be in the city center, or in one of the Academ Gorodok labs. So Anna's life might well end up in your hands, too. Third and last, wherever we might go, winter is coming. And getting the Aurora stuck in snow is what?
Death.
That's something we can't allow.
Do you remember what Yermak said? Remind
There's a
them,
huge
please.
railway technology museum at the city outskirts. We'll almost certainly find a snowplow for the Aurora there.
So, gentlemen, Your missions are to search the Academ Gorodot labs and prepare Aurora for the winter. Crew, get ready for the mission. Also, we are starting constant radiation level monitoring outside, effective immediately. Sam, you're first.
Yes, sir.
I think that lethal radiation levels there are actually good news for us.
You mean there was nobody left to rob the drugstores and hospitals?
Exactly. Unlike the towns we've been through.
Colonel, sir. An update on the suits.
Yes, what's the situation?
I managed to assemble only 2 complete ones.
Me and you.
You see, they're for Artyom and me. It's fate, that's what it is. Will they help?
Well, they'll protect you from dust. But even the direct radiation there is so high, it could...
Yes, can you add more protection?
Sure, Yorma does have some lead sheets in store, but the suits are rather bulky and heavy as it is.
We aren't exactly attending a dance party there. How much time will it give us?
A couple of hours. Not enough, I think.
Better than nothing. Don't worry. We'll make do. Always have.
I'll add some lead shielding to the car's cabin. Try to stay inside for as long as you can out there.
Thanks. Get on it then.
Yes, Colonel, sir.
Still, I can't help worry. It's such a huge risk. So many good people died from radiation exposure in Hansa's railway crews. But Moscow had nothing on the radiation levels they're going to face.
Nah, these people don't really care about risks. You know them well enough. Hey, tell me about that museum. When did you learn about it?
I was always a railroad fan, even when working in the metro. We had this experimental facility near Moscow where they tested all kinds of railway stuff. Lots of engines and cars ended up there, so they decided to make a museum. But only found a good spot in Novosibirsk.
Wow! It's not that close, I'd say.
Yes, not at all close. But they still got everything there, including the most curious engines from all over the country. And some 15 years before the war, the museum was opened.
I see. But why are you so sure there's a snowplow there?
I know it, because they transported it there from Moscow. Ha! It's a great specimen. You'll like it for sure.
The snowplow?
Yeah, I'm quite sure about that. Well, I guess I'll go. Tokarev might need some help there.
Yes, he might.
I still think we should look for that SATCOM center while we're at it.
Where? How? There's a whole sector blotted out on the image. And look at its location. Sure, the Academ Gorodok is rather bad, but not too dangerous if we don't waste time there. That area, though. See? Sure, it's not the city center, but still, the only place we'd find there would be an early grave.
We'll see about that.
There's nothing to see. Do you think Colonel didn't send us there just because he forgot about it?
Sure I don't. I understand. I'm not that dumb after all.
Tak, слушай, what are we even talking about then? The Colonel said the discussion was closed. They already decided everything with Artyom, and we must respect their decision and believe that it will all work out. Because we are what?
Sparta.
Exactly. So let us be good and go back to planning our route to that lab.
All right.
Look, I think we could avoid the main hotspot if we went this way.
The whole reason why Anna's in this position right now is because of the gas and radiation. But now we're going to a very heavy radiation spot to find her medicine that we don't even know if it'll work or not. It's experimental, right?
Deviate to the south.
It's not a given that it'll work. When they said the radiation levels were close to Moscow...
Okay, what next?
I was thinking that it would be okay because we came from Moscow. We live there. But then the way they talk about it makes it sound like it's super lethal, way more than Moscow. Way more than what we've ever faced before.
Yeah, that could work. What then?
Then over here.
Sam?
Artyom, I wanted to say, look, I spent 20 years with you people. We almost burnt the planet down trying to kill each other once. And should be enemies, I guess. But, you know, when the Colonel took me from that crowd, and women and children beat me up, I was scared. I couldn't raise my hands. I'm not a beast. Oh, I sure was strong then.
Thank you for being with us, Sam.
Thank you for thinking of those poor souls in the Deadlands. I'm not a believer, but if there was a God, he'd never let this happen. I'd still like to believe that kindness will come back to you. Good luck, brother.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you for your kind wishes. I hope that everything will work out for me, too. Is Miller even still fit for operation? He's mostly been our commander, but I don't think even once this whole time he was... No, back with the cannibals, he was fighting. But he's getting a little bit old too. Seems like it's gonna be a pretty dangerous life or death mission. But we gotta do it. If we love our wife, if Miller loves his daughter, and it's something we gotta try doing, even if it kills us. So much for occupying forces. No enemies, anywhere. No enemy soldiers, the whole way. Just cults and people living on the surface by themselves. That's it.
I'm so glad I found Mata's record. The medicine is called Renogen F, and she was completely amazed by it. Mind you, she was a real doctor, unlike me.
Katya, believe me, your mother would be proud of you.
Thank you, Alyosha. I hoped I could help, but Anna's case seems to be extremely unfortunate. That gas on the Volga lost most of its punch already, but it was enough to start the destructive process. Of course, the hopes I had for the valley and its air were naive. But even the valley in the end...
It's full of radiated
yes,
water.
Air, water, in the forest. It's all there. But I'm afraid not for long. A pity. The people there are actually quite nice. We'd find some common ground.
Is the dam in such danger?
It is. But even if it could hold out for years more, a third of the valley is already polluted with radiation. All the fallout was accumulating at the bottom of the reservoir for years and years, and now it's seeping through. Yet if the dam fails, I hope they listen to my advice.
Do you love her?
Yes.
If it is fate, you'll meet her again, definitely. Well, I'll go check up on Anna.
Sure. Tell her I said hi.
Tell her I said hi. Diary is just this. Anna. Hana, my love. It's all my fault. I took too long to get you out of that damned silo where you got poisoned. God, what do I do? During Stepan and Katya's wedding, Anna just collapsed and started coughing up blood. The poison has been slowly destroying her lungs. We have nothing to treat this with. The best we can do is ease her pain and hope for a miracle. Anna keeps a brave facade, makes jokes. She's no damsel, but a real fighter. But I just can't stop asking myself questions. Could I have prevented this? Is it all my fault? How do I save her? God, how much time does she even have left? My fault is wider and deeper than just that. It was I who dragged Anna, my dearest Anna, out of Moscow, out of the metro, where she could have lived a normal life. Could have given birth to children, our children. Dragged her where? To her death, in the river valley, where the fresh air was supposed to cure her. The very valley that we had to fight through half the country to reach, and Anna got even worse now. Her only chance is Renergen F, the medicine mentioned in the notes left by Katya's mother. And to give Anna that chance, I am ready to die. We are going to Novosibirsk. Oh my god. I don't think she would have preferred to stay in the metro though. We've heard her say many times she wants to see the ocean. It's the ocean or bust. Even if the worst happens, I don't think she would regret being outside. It was Anna's illness that finally reconciled us. He used to blame me for everything. After all, if not for my dogged search for other survivors, none of this would have ever happened. I used to blame him too. If not for his conviction that there were occupying forces all over the place, Anna would never have fallen into that silo. He considered me to be delusional and egotistic. I hated his close-mindedness and stubbornness. But now I can feel the pain his inability to help the situation in any way causes him. He lost everything, all because of me. His only daughter, my beloved wife, Anna, is all he has left to live for now. Thus, we must forget everything that stands between us to save her, or at least give our best trying. Yeah. He didn't like me very much to begin with, did he? Even though it's your obsession with the occupying forces, which you now recognize, so, you know. It's not time to argue about that though, so whatever. Did Alyosha update? And in the river valley, we had such high hopes for where we sunk Crest's railcar, and were almost killed ourselves. Alyosha found just that. The love of his life, as he himself puts it. He found her, and almost immediately had to leave her behind, since he, like a good friend that he is, couldn't abandon us before we reached our goal, in Novosibirsk. Though I am sure that he will come back to his Olga, after all. Alyosha hates farewells too much to never return. Katya and Nastya? At last, a joyous event aboard the Aurora. Our Stepan has proposed to a savior, and she accepted. It was pretty obvious from the very beginning that Stepan was not indifferent to Katya, and her liking this gentle bear back was not something unexpected. We had all started joking about Stepan's crush long ago, but he is too shy for his own good. So it took him a while to finally propose. Still, it happened, and they were wed by our colonel, also serving us as the captain of our land battleship. That's when trouble struck. Katya is beside herself with worry, and she blames herself for misattributing the symptoms of Anna's poisoning. Katya managed to stabilize Anna's condition after the bout during the wedding, and says she knows how to cure my wife, but she obviously doubts her own competence, constantly comparing herself with her mom, who used to be a real doctor and scientist. The Renergen F medicine Katya told us about seems to be Anna's only hope. There's nothing else to hope for, so I have to believe this medicine's power and Katya's ability. Katya promised me to make sure that Anna survives our trip to Novosibirsk, no matter what. We only need to get there, and then it all depends on me. Katya, please be right. I really hope she is too. It's our only hope. Children of the forest. These dwellers of a river valley we had hoped to settle in are a weird bunch. They look like overgrown kids too immersed in a game or something. Looks like the war caught them in the local camp, but they managed to survive despite the attacks from bandits and mutants. It seems that the valley dwellers are divided into two factions. They call each other the Pirates and the Pioneers. Both camps similarly respect the word of some teacher, but seem to differ in its interpretation. The Pirates are more aggressive, while the Pioneers more isolationist. Thanks to the schism between the locals, Alyosha was able to escape from their camp. We don't got time to worry about the locals or whatever, man. Master of the Forest. The undisputed ruler of the forests in the river valley we had hopes of settling in. This enormous mutated bear is a lethal threat to anyone it sees. Its thick bones and tough muscles are extremely resistant to firearms of any kind, save for the heaviest ones, but its thick fur seems rather susceptible to incendiary weapons. The Molotovs were a good idea. Oh, forget about the weapons. I don't care about the weapons. Helsing? What kind of weapon would you expect children who grew up abandoned in the forest to produce? I personally didn't count on anything more complex than spears and bows, or some slingshots, but rapid-fire crossbows with fully interchangeable parts? Tokarev was quite surprised by the power and construction of the action, and he's not easy to impress at all. He says that such a crossbow is actually harder to make than a bastard gun. So, the Pioneers have a machine shop and skills necessary to use it. Why didn't they go about making some firearms? To what end, though? In their forest, the crossbow's range is more than enough. It is silent. You don't need any chemicals to make bolts for it, and those bolts can be used repeatedly, and for cases when stealth is not a concern. The forest dwellers are mass-producing explosive bolts. So even in terms of lethality, this crossbow is not that really behind firearms, and will fit into our arsenal nicely, especially after Tokarev works his magic on it. Oh, the lethal arrows would have been good for the Master of the Forest, I guess, but completely forgot about it. Switching ammo is not something I've really ever tried doing. Do I even feel like listening to the radio right now, really?
Sila here. The forest bitches are on the move. They ripped all our boys apart and took the road. Alex the Bone with his boys reached our camp from the other side of the forest. They're all gone. Benny stopped responding. Anyhow, looks like they're all moving somewhere. Gather everyone. Call the guys from the lakes back. Talk to Long's gang too. You must strike before they reach the next forest. Don't worry about us. We're done for here. We locked ourselves in a barn. All 5 of us. We'll shoot back while we still have ammo. Those fuckers are all over the place.
Motherfucker, they shot Stunder! Ah, take this, you bitches!
Yeah, we're done for. Start to try picking out to see where they are. Took an hour right through the eye. Nailed them to the wall, like a bug. All right, it's time. Bye, guys. I shake your hands and all.
The bandits and the pirates, I suppose?
Attention citizens. This is a civil defense headquarters message. The following cities are declared off limits until special notice due to extreme radioactive pollution. Arno, Birsk, Kemerov, Novokuznetsk, Novosibirsk, Tomsk. Do not leave shelters without a specific order. Do not use water from open bodies of water. Do not walk on unpaved roads. The railroad can only be used by trains equipped with air filtration systems. Do not
we don't have that, do we?
Railroad vehicles, regardless of the state of the tracks. Due to extreme radioactive pollution, all citizens leaving their shelters as ordered are to proceed to designated evacuation hubs immediately for urgent decontamination. I repeat, the following cities are declared off limits until special notice due to extreme radioactive pollution. Arno, Birsk, Kemerov, Novokuznetsk, Novosibirsk, Tomsk.
Well, Novosibirsk is on the list. Great. I'm pretty sure we don't have an air filtration system on our train, so we're kind of messed up on that end too. Who gave that message? Defense headquarters? Some kind of government thing?
Alder, come in. Find here. Come in, Alder. Do you read me? Over. Alder, you missed 12 communication windows already. Situation here is nominal. Nothing to report. Over. Colonel Klednikov, do you read me? Please come in. Dad, please. Come in. Over. Older, this is Pine. I can't keep the receiver on for too long. We'll be back for the next agreed window. Over. Dad, please, come back. Over. Pine. Over and out.
This boy might need to learn how to live on his own. I don't think his dad's coming back. Ah, everyone's suffering all around us. It's suffering everywhere. This is what I feel like too.
Ah, Artyom. You know you're just being unfair. Colonel and you take the exciting mission, and we all get the boring one.
Not funny. At all.
If we all went together, we'd find what we need in half an hour tops, while with just two of you it's going to take forever. Ah, well, we'll finish our task in Akademgorodok and come help you.
You can't. You guys don't have the suit.
Though, I bet you'd find a way to make it a boring chore. Like at that bridge. With the targets lined up like in a shooting gallery. But no, you had to spare those loons.
Really not in the mood to joke right now, Duke. I know you're trying to lighten the mood, but... At least she's not coughing. These are the suits? Then this time, we gotta make sure we have enough filters.
Yes, Artyom. I never told this story before, but I'd like you to listen. You see, I had this Tokarev pistol. A fail-proof thing that had failed me once. It was a great gun. Powerful. Punched through any body armor you could still move in. But it only had 8 bullets. And that just proved not enough. I came upon some bandits that were tormenting a family, and I just couldn't. So, I snapped and got all of them, save for one. The fucker hit me hard. By the time the Order people arrived, I was half dead. Thought they were angels. Anyhow, here's why I'm telling you this now. There are more of us now than I had bullets then. So, I'm sure we can take whatever the world throws at us and win!
Thanks, Tokarev. Tokarev liked Anna too, right? So he must not be feeling too good about this either. None of us are. My Geiger counter is already ticking. We're not even there yet.
So, Bratucha, up for a smoke, I see. I remember if I already told you about this. Read about the kind of people I would meet. And that the further I'd go, the less people were good. So here's what my take on this is now, Bratucha. I just wasn't lucky. And now with you and the others here, I figure I just hit a jackpot with so many good people together. Take Duke for one. He keeps boasting about how he's going to shoot enemies up, all that. In fact, when you two were at that bridge, he didn't kill the cultist. Didn't even shoot that Silantius, and that is a shot I'd take in a heartbeat. So, what does that make him? A kind guy, that's what, yeah. Or Damir. Visiting his homeland was his dream. I thought he'd just stay there, especially since we took that Baron bastard down. No, Damir still went with us. He couldn't just leave his friends. That's the caliber of a man he is. Alyosha too. I thought he was kinda rudderless, but he found the love of his life, imagine that? And did he stay with her? No. He cares for you and Anna enough to leave the girl and come with us to Siberia. It's gonna be a while before he sees his Olga again. So here's the main point. Bratucha, if you and the Colonel have people like this coming with you, this means our cause is right and we can take anything on. Don't it?
Don't cough, please, Crest. I'm really worried about that kind of thing right now. Thanks for your words of encouragement. We do have a really good team here. Oh my gosh, there's so many smoking spots. This is stress central right now. How am I gonna relieve my stress if I don't smoke? Don't smoke, children. Don't smoke. Nothing. Let's gear up and get ready to go then. We don't have that many supplies. First of all, medkits and filter time. That's it. That is it. I can't do anything else. I have a revolver and a valve and a Helsing. Oh, I can choose between a Helsing or a Tihar. Do I need to... Maybe a compass would be better here. Metal detector? Metal detector would be good for finding resources because we're kind of running out right now too. Might be annoying though. Okay, well, we'll have it. Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna give me the Tokarev pistol since you were talking about it so much, but not really either. Bastard gun. I haven't tried using any of these guns just because once you settle on a gun, it's like there's not really a point in doing anything else. 30 rounds, 50 rounds for the bastard gun. But the damage is so low because it's kind of a crappy gun. Shambler. Yeah, I feel like I want the Shambler. Oh, but I want it on the second slot, usually. With better grips and all, we have to redo everything because we didn't get our guns back in the Taiga Valley. Long barrel? Closed reflex sight. No, iron sight should be fine. Thank you. Shotgun magazine. Red laser. Now, between the Tihar and the Helsing, I'm not sure which one I prefer. Kalash. Valve. The Valve is basically a sniper rifle. Very, very high damage, but no magazine slots. Bulldog, what I was using before the Kalash. Gatling. Gatling is nice situationally, but requires spin up before it can actually shoot. That's probably not good for my daily driver. Oop. Revolver. A shot. Heavy grip for an A shot. Whoa, huge stability increase. Oh, this is basically like a shotgun, so I already have a Shambler. That's okay. 4 barrels. 4 barrels. What about the Shambler? Does it have 4 barrels? No, it's got only 1 barrel. Oh, in that case, maybe the A shot would be a good thing to try out again. Just to massively increase our firepower. Yeah, okay. Instead of the Shambler, let's go for the A shot today. Pretty much this grip. Yeah. We can even add a suppressor onto it. Double barrel? Oh, wait. Do I have to take this off first? Is that why it's not available in here? 4 barrels. But of course that means that you get 1 really powerful shot, but if you miss, then it's gonna be bad because There's 4 bullets in that shot. We'll give it a try, though. I really don't have that many situations to try out these guns. Pretty short gun. Daily driver? Should I go back to the Kalash or Bulldog? Bulldog has higher damage. I think Bulldog would be good here. Long barrel compensator. Yeah, standard barrel. Can make this a bigger scope if I want to. Extended magazine, 45. Red laser, green laser, doesn't really matter. Now the Helsing. Pneumatic bow system. Oh my god. Pneumatic bow system speeds up the crossbow reloading process, increasing its rate of fire considerably. It's just like the Tihar. Is that a good thing? Damage decreases, but the rate of fire increases. But we still have to reload for every shot, right? High capacity magazine, 8 bolts. A lot heavier, but allows you to reload less often. Helsing? A silent revolving airgun that shoots metal bolts. Or Tihar. I think I still prefer the Tihar actually. Yeah, both of these guns have explosive bolts. Explosive ammo, incendiary ammo. And if we overpressurize the Tihar, the damage is pretty insane. So I think I'll go back to this one. Heavy stock. Airtight. Airtight system. Reflex sight should be... Or actually, yeah. Iron sight for this one, and then reflex sight for the Bulldog. Helical magazine. 36 balls. And the big thing is, we can make steel balls on the fly. Could we make crossbow bolts on the fly? I'm not sure. Okay, think I'm good here. And there's not much else I can do. Nothing. I can't even craft more ammo. Barely. Yeah. Assault rifle ammo. I think this is why... Yeah, we need the metal detector this time. Okay. Are we good then? Katja's note. Boys, the medicine is called Renergen F, but besides it, be on the lookout for antibiotics. The best would be ciprofloxacin or amoxicillin. But grab whichever you find anyways. We won't get her to Novosibirsk if we let any infection to add to gas damage. Also, try to find some ethamsalate. I only have 2 doses left. And some medical gelatin in case bleeding does start again. If you see anything else, like antiseptics or surgical suture or bandages, pack it all. We can never have too much of that. But still, first things come first. If we didn't have Katja, Anna would be doing even worse now. I'm really thankful we had her come with us.
In any case, if you need any help out there, just call us over. Am I right, Demir?
Of course you are. We'll be there. You know, Artyom, you risked your life. And not even for me, but for my people and their freedom. And you helped them.
Just doing my job.
I'm in your debt forever. So I will follow you through hell, high water, or Shaitan's teeth. Just like the others.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Sleep well, Nastya. How ominous. That radio. Miller? We'll be okay, alright? We'll be okay.